time of my youth, and I'll only be young once.
Yeah, but you're gonna be stupid for the rest of your life.
In Stand By Me, the narrator of the story is an introspective writer who is driven by his desire to get his father's approval. In A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise played. A Few Good Men was a very successful Broadway play, but in the Broadway version, the father-son relationship wasn't nearly as prominent as it was in the movie.
Right. It's the one thing that actually interested me when I saw the play, aside from the obvious moral dilemma that's at the core of the piece, was this father-son struggle. And when I saw the play, I said, "Ooh, that's something I can relate to." And if we can bring that out a little bit in the film, it'll be worth me doing as a film.
Do you feel like you have to reach out, and in everything you do, you have to find some personal angle, something that you can grab a hold of?
Well, I have up until now. I mean, certainly all the films I've done, except for Princess Bride and Spinal Tap, which are really satires.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that! Oh. Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die! Now! Offer me money. Yes.
My favorite book as a kid, as a young adult growing up, was The Princess Bride. I loved that book. And I went and read it again. I said, wow, it's still fabulous. It is just the hippest, smartest, funniest book, ever. And it combined all these sensibilities, satire and adventure and romance, had all this stuff in it. I said, wow, this is cool. And I said, I'd love to make a movie out of this. I was so naive. I didn't know that, they had tried to make them, Francois Truffaut was involved, Redford was involved, Norman Jewison. It was on a list of the, one of the great screenplays that had never been made, on the list of 10 great. So I decided, let's see if William Goldwyn would have let me do it. I was like an idiot, I thought, well, who knows if he'll say yes, I don't know. I went to his apartment. First of all, he wanted to see, he didn't know, he had not seen anything. He saw Spinal Tap. He thought, that's good. And then I showed him the sure thing. It was in rough cut form, and he looked at that. He says, okay. Then he agreed to even take a meeting with me. And I walked into his apartment. I was with Andy Scheinman, and he said, at the door, he greeted me. He said, this is my baby. I want this on my tombstone. This is my favorite thing I've ever written in my life. And basically, well, what are you going to do with it? And we sat down with him, and we started going through what I thought should be done for the film, and what was wrong with some of the screenplays, and how they had gotten away from what I felt was the essence of his book. And he was listening and taking out a couple of notes. He wasn't saying anything. And at one point he got up and he was at his apartment. He went to the kitchen, and I turned to Andy and said, I don't know, how do you think it's going? Do you think he's buying it? And he walked back in from the kitchen. He says, I just think, he has this high squeaky voice, I just think this is going great. I'm having the greatest time, I love it. And we knew, at that point, we walked out and we were walking on air.
Well, you should have seen the cover they wanted to do.
I don't care what they want. See, now this is something, Ian, that you're going to have to talk to your boys about.
We're certainly not laying
down any
conditions.
And I don't think that a sexy cover is the answer for why an album sells or doesn't sell. Because you tell me, the White Album, what was that? There was nothing on that goddamn cover.
They're not going to release the album because they have decided that the cover is sexist.
Well, so what? But what's wrong with being sexy? I mean, there's no...
Sexist.
Okay, listen, I wanted to tell you this, and I was holding back because I didn't know what Dennis's decision was going to be. But at this point, both Sears and Kmart stores have refused to handle the album. They're boycotting the album only because of the cover.
It was a joke, and everyone's long time ago, making it like a big deal.
That's true. If we were serious and we said, yes, she should be forced to smell the glove, then you'd have a point, but it's all a joke, isn't it? I mean, we're making fun.
It isn't.
We're making fun of that
sort
of thing,
Not,
over and over
again.
Listen,
the thing is, we can probably work something out. I'll talk to Dennis, and maybe we can come up with a compromise and a new design concept that we can all live with.
When the little Stonehenge comes down, and for the first time, we're seeing the result of a mismarked plan that Nigel comes up and he says 18 inches by 18 inches. We see this little thing come down. That, to me, it got me. That, to me, got me in a big way.
This is what you asked for, isn't it?
What?
Well, this is the piece.
This is the piece?
Yes.
Are you telling me that this is it? This is scenery? Have you ever been to Stonehenge?